we haven't spoken since.
It's been a minute.
Since Whitaker.
Yeah.
A couple of things. I know you've been questioned the hell out of about the fight, but just one thing. I've seen even last weekend, you know, some of the decisions and the judging and everything. Mm-hmm. Do you ever get the feeling that, oh, I'm going out there, I hope they get it right?
Not lately, no, but even in kickboxing back in the day, a little bit. But in MMA, I think the Gastelum fight was the only one I was like, please don't screw me over. That was the only one I felt like, oh, don't fucking screw me over on this one, I won that shit. But nah, most of my fights I know I won. Even if it was close, I know I won. I finally watched the Robert fight, fucking, I don't know, 2 months after the fight. I knew I won, just because it was close and he might have taken a round. People kind of like, it gets blown up more than it is because I am who I am. You know, I'm the champion, I'm the way I am, so people want to see a chink in the armor. So they're like, oh my God, he touched him with those jabs. Nah, that's Rob's round. And they fail to see what I did in that round. And it's just, you know, their own confirmation bias.
Yeah, everyone that I saw agreed with me. We thought it
was a close round. It was a close fight. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it wasn't close. It was a close fight, but I knew I won that fight.
Yeah.
There was no. Even he was kind of like, please, when they were about to raise him, he was like, I swear he said a prayer. I swear he said a prayer. But I just knew I won. But I was just like, man, I should have destroyed him. But it's all right. On to the next one. I got fresh blood now. Yeah.
Well, after that, you went on a bit of a tour.
Yeah.
Around the country.
Went around the world. Where did I go? We started off in New York, Boston, London, Manchester, London again, and then LA, and skipped Mexico because of reasons. And then, came back home. And it's good to be back home.
Was that a UFC?
No, mine. No, I funded that myself. I spent a lot of money on that tour.
Promote your upcoming movie?
Just myself, just for my own, because it's through COVID, it was hard to like get out there and do the rounds. So now that the restrictions are kind of lifted, and we all know what we know about the pandemic now, so it's like, just strike while the iron is hot. So I went, hit the road, hit the pavement, and spread my seed.
Something that you mentioned after your last fight or before your last fight, you said something about the belt that a couple of people have asked me about. Firstly, the belt, how heavy is it?
The belt, it's quite, I actually don't know where it is right now. I bet Eugene knows where it is. I'm not attached to that thing at all. I know who the fuck I am. I've been the champ before the belt. So but it's heavy. I think it doesn't need to be that heavy, but I think they made it heavy for the emphasis. So you know you're holding something like, whoa, this is something of substance, So it's a cool belt. I like it.
And
I like some blink.
Is it you won the interim belt and you still got that?
That's the same belt. So that's why I've said people like I'm a 5-time defending champion. Fuck what they said about 4. This is just common sense. If you're the interim champion, you're the champ in the interim. When the champ who couldn't show up to work many times, who just pulled out recently as well. Funny that. I'm the champ in the meantime. I beat him. That counts as a ruby on my belt. So my belt has 5 rubies. So I don't give a fuck what the media says. I don't give a fuck what the commission says. I'm a 5-time defending champion because I know who the fuck I am. And I tell them that over and over again.
Is the interim belt the same weight, the same
value? Same everything. Yeah, it should. If you're going to have a belt, it needs to hold some kind of substance. Yeah, you're the interim champ, but it needs to have some kind of substance. So, in the interim, pay my respect.
Do you know how much the value is on the belt?
Maybe a couple grand. I think it's a couple grand, but like the rubies, I think it's all crystals. The diamond stuff, it's not diamonds, it's crystals. But the rubies, I think, are rubies. But I don't know what the value is, but like I said, it's priceless in a sense. It's priceless in a sense, but also I'm not attached to it. Like I said, I don't know. There's something weird about people who get really attached to the belt and make it their whole identity. Yeah.
Well, you're looking for a 6 ruby.
Yes, yes, sir. Collecting them like Thanos.
And I want to say something that last time I was in the gym and we didn't get on camera, but you said to me,
Remind me.
I'll remind you, you said to me, I'm sick of winning fighting like this. I'm sick of winning like this. I want to make a statement. I want to I want to devastate somebody.
Yep, that's it, exactly. I'm just, point is, I feel the way I feel after the Romero fight. Because people just kind of, I mean, people, they have recency bias, and they kind of write you off. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I've given you guys classics, just multiple classic after classic. And then you know, one guy didn't want to fight me, and then you think I'm the one that's the problem. I'm like, oh, fuck, you watch this. So, yeah, like I said, I don't care about the belt. I don't care about money. I'm set for life. I don't care about the belt. I'm in the history books forever. Now I just want to just show off. I just want to show off for the remainder of my time in the UFC. Fuck wins, fuck losses. I'm just gonna show off and not have fun. And I've said this before, when I'm having fun, I'm the best in the world. No one can fuck with me. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm deep in this camp. Definitely past the halfway point. This is where I normally like, it's a drag. But now I'm doing the right things to look after my body. I jump in the ocean every night, you know, to get some living form of, you know, living body of water around myself, and I submerge myself, surrender myself to it. Yeah, I just make sure I'm doing all the right things to put myself in place, because yeah, I know where I'm at in my career right now.
Do you think you're going to go away from, like Eugene's always said, the best way to have a long career is look after yourself, and the way you fought Robert last time is look after yourself, and you know, you played with the ball for 90% of the match and never got hurt.
Exactly.
And do you think
only a little bit at the end?
Yeah. Are you going to go a little bit different this time?
Yeah, I'm going to make a statement. It's International Fight Week. I'm headlining. Alex Volkanovski is the co-headliner. Carlos Ulberg is fighting the week before. Diamond is fighting in Singapore before that. Kai fights for the interim flyweight world title at the end of July. It's just our gym right now Eugene just gave a speech at the end I don't know if you heard it at the end of training. Yeah, that was I mean, if you caught that on camera, that was, look at it on Freestyle Bender, you'll find it. Yeah, it's like, it was a beautiful moment. He was talking about what's happening in the gym right now. He hasn't felt this feeling in the gym since before COVID, because a lot of people have fights, so it's the synergy in the gym right now is magic. Yeah, and I can feel it. It's palpable, and we're all gonna vibe with it. Yeah.
That was what I was going to mention about because Volk's coming over the last month, and it's like old times, and it's the first time since 1919. The end.
Exactly. Yeah. So now, and this is gonna be beautiful. This whole synergy we have going on right now, because we're gonna pretty much just ride this wave. And when you have that momentum, it's powerful like this. It's the work. When you get the work done, it's just, you can't stop it. You can't stop it.
I talked to Carlos and Carl Van Rooyen, and they talked about the last trip away where you stayed and everything. Is that something that you're going to become accustomed to, or was that because of COVID? Or
no, it's just it's my own. I know. I mean, I am a company man. I do what, you know, the company needs of me, but then I know who I am as well. I know my power, my pulling power. So I'm like, why am I staying at the Fighter Hotel where I can't even go downstairs and grab my Uber Eats because I'll get hounded and have to sign pictures for 20 minutes? You know, it's fight week. I want my peace and quiet. I want to be in the zone. I don't want to have to deal with people having 20 fucking things for me to sign. So I was just like, no, I'm moving different now. So fly different, we live different, we still, you know, fight dietitian, make sure we're looked after on the nutrition department. So yeah, everything's the same, but few things are different, and at a higher level, put it that way.
I always ask you one thing.
Yes, the threat meter.
Yeah.
Jared, to be honest, not as threatening. He's the dark horse of the division, so he's a threat, but not as threatening as people think. Not as threatening as people think. If I'll give it on my scorecards, 4 or 5. Out of respect, I'll give him a 5. Threat meter, like a guy that makes me just concerned. There's nothing he does that makes me like, ooh, I gotta watch out for that. But, you know, it's new blood. He's motivated. This is his time, you know, his moment, if you will. So that gets me up in the morning, and I remember then. That's what makes me like, right, I'm gonna shut these motherfuckers up again.
Brilliant. Before we go, mate, I always ask you if you treat yourself after a big
win. After this fight, what did I treat my? After this last fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw a few new diamonds here and there, just for fun.
Hey, last time you spoke to me, you said your house was just about.
Yes. Well, not. It should have been. I should have been moving in last month, to be honest, without COVID. But because of COVID, it's taking so long with construction, with the consent even, because council and I think me mentioning that on here kind of got that going. So yeah, thanks to Waitakere City Council for finally granting my consent. So now we just need building consents, and we're gonna break ground. I think that's already approved, but yeah, we're just gonna break ground in the next month or so. Yeah.
Brilliant, mate.
Get the palace ready. Sure, brother. Thank you.
Thanks for the talk.
As always, no worries. Thanks, Jake.
Especially
Easy.
when you've got something going on in there.
That's all good, brother. No worries. I got you, man. Easy.
Thank you.
For
mate.
you, anything.